Well, I think everything I've done in my life probably added a tool to my kit bag as far as being the athletic director here at the Air Force Academy. Being a student athlete at West Point, being the captain of the team, and then staying along as a grad assistant gave me an idea of what our athletes go through, gave me a good sense of just the time commitments to athletics and the academics and really all the challenges that our cadets have. And then as I went through my career, I taught civil engineering at West Point and really got to see from the other side how our athletes do in the classroom and how their academics are affected by their athletics and what they really need to do to excel in the classroom. And then, obviously going back to an academy and being part of the athletic department as the chief of staff, the deputy, and then the interim athletic director all really gave me a good idea of academy athletics. And then I think the 7 years that I worked at RPI as the athletic director really helped me because I did it as a civilian. I was able to do a lot of fundraising. I was able to do a lot of revenue generation. And I think all of those pieces, when you put them together, kind of gave me a package that hopefully I can help all aspects of the Air Force Academy athletic program.
Jim's record, experience, presence, and vision for the future placed him at the top. He is clearly ready to lead our department at this important inflection point for our Air Force and for our Academy.
Really, the alumni have been fantastic. And, obviously, as a West Point graduate, I thought, oh, this could be dangerous, but I have been received with open arms. And truly, from the superintendent on down, and the superintendent has been fantastic, they have embraced me, and they've really what they're looking for is, how can we continue to get better, and what can you do to get better? And I have not met an alum who hasn't said, how can I help? What can I do to help? Whether it's philanthropic, whether it's time. And so when you have alums that are willing to be part of the solution, part of your success, it really is fun. And so I went out and talked to the AOG Denver chapter, and we had a great crowd, and everyone is just excited about the future, excited about a 10-3 football season, excited about some of the success in our Olympic sports. And so that makes you feel really good that you've got that support out there from our alumni base that's there to help. And so my hat's off to the alum already, and I'm looking forward to continuing to meet more. I met a lot when we were out collecting the Commander-in-Chief trophy at the White House, and again, it's a special day for our cadets. It's a special day for our academy and for our alums. We got to invite a lot of alums, and we all got to enjoy the day and talk to the president and be part of something special. So I'm excited about our alums, and I really look forward to meeting more and more of them in the future. I'm absolutely fired up to be here. I'm excited to be here. I really feel like what we have is a national gem, a treasure, and I want every coach to feel the same way. And I want every coach to approach every practice, every game, everything they do with their team as another opportunity to teach our cadets and help them be leaders of character. So really for our coaches, I expect them to develop high standard, and I expect them to compete at the highest levels, and we want our cadets to be winners. So we want our cadets to have a chance to be champions. And to do that, you've got to be a great recruiter. You've got to really go out there and many times work twice as hard as your competition to get the right young men and women into our academy who can do everything else in addition to be a great student athlete. And so it's hard work, but if you build good facilities, if you recruit well, you resource well, there's no reason we can't compete for championships every year. As far as our cadets, it's much of the same. I expect them to bring it every day, to be excited about the opportunity they have. They have no idea how blessed they are while they're going through this life as a cadet. And it's not until you've been out of the academy for a few years that you realize what an experience it was, how special it was, and how blessed you are to be able to be a cadet at the academy. And I look to them and say, I want them to bring their best. I want them to compete at the highest levels. And again, I want them to have a chance to be winners. And so we've got to set them up in situations where they can compete, they can win, and they can still do all the other things we expect, which is be exceptional in the classroom. And a shout out to our cadets this year who had the best academic performance in the Mountain West Conference. But that's what we expect. That's what we want them to strive to be. And so for both our coaches and our cadets, we want them to work hard, to develop leaders of character, and give them a great co-educational experience while they're here at the academy. The great thing about this job at the academy is not only do we have 27 intercollegiate sports and then 2 other varsity sports, but we have PE and all the PE classes that all 4,000 cadets go through. We have physical testing, and we run all the testing program. We have a human performance lab. We run all of our intramural programs. And so we really, in the athletic department, touch cadets everywhere they are. And really, for me, I work hard to get out and see a little bit of everything. And, I got to watch some of our cadets jumping off the 10-meter platform the other day. And that's really what connects the long blue line. That's one of those defining moments that every single cadet has to do to graduate. And so watching them jump off that tower, knowing there's a lot of fear, is one of those defining moments. And so I love to see our cadets competing. I went out to our wing championships and watched our volleyball and our softball and our basketball. And when you see the competition level at those intramural championships, you say, this is what we want. We want our cadets to learn lessons through competition, and they're absolutely getting that in everything we do. So I'm excited about the opportunities in the athletic department, all the pieces that we touch, and when you watch our cadets competing at intercollegiate, club, intramural, everyone is playing like it's the World Championship, and that's what you want. It's my privilege and honor to introduce our United States Air Force Academy's women's basketball coach, Chris Goldberg. I see the future for Air Force athletics is we're going to continue to get better in everything we do. We're going to continue to look at people and bring the absolute best people in. We've got great people here, and really inspire those men and women to help set our cadets up for success. So I look at people first, and I think that's the most important part of our department. And then we'll continue to add platforms. We'll continue to find ways to generate revenue to provide margin of excellence experiences for our cadets. And I think as we do that, we're going to sort of force ourselves on the national stage. And that's where the Air Force Academy should be. We should be on the national stage. We should be competing in the NCAAs. And our cadets should have that experience to go compete at the national level. And I think we're doing that, and we can continue to get better at that. So we still want to have great cadets in the classroom. We want them to be a huge part of the community, which I've spent a lot of time in my first month and a half getting out to our community, because really we want to be Colorado Springs's and Denver's academy. We want them to look at our academy and say, we want to be there, we want to be part of them, we want to sort of be part of what they're doing. And so that'll be an important part for all of our coaches to help embrace our community. But as I look at all those things and I look at the experiences that the cadets are having, we're going to continue to raise the bar, both athletically, academically, and what we do in the community. And at the end result, graduate leaders of character that are going to really serve our nation all over the globe.